Ding dong. Hello. Hello. Slish has left the meeting. Hi there. Sorry about that. You're muted.
That's okay. Yeah, no problem.
I don't know why. I put it in my calendar as 10:30, and I got a reminder. It's 10 o'clock. I'm like, no, it's at 10:30. But oh well. Here we are.
No problem.
So you're thinking pharmacy?
Physical therapy.
Oh, physical therapy. Okay. And what year are you?
I'm technically a junior, but I graduated high school in 2020. So
Okay.
I'm only
Wow.
doing 3 years at SUNY instead of 4. So this is
Okay.
only like my third semester on campus. So
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
great.
yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to have to start applying soon. And like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, right. So you probably want to apply in the summer. So typically med schools open like June 1st applications, but PT school and PA and all that is more like midsummer. So as long as you've got everything together by then, you'll be good. So what does that mean? Everything together? I mean, to get a letter from us, there's a link. Did I send you the link that tells you what you need to do for a letter from us, the committee? No? Okay. Let me show you that, and then I will send you the link to it as well. I'm going to share this. New tab. So this page, so this is our pre-health page that kind of coordinates everything. There's pre-physical therapy path. We'll look at that in a second. But down here, recommendation letter application. So we will write a letter. It's a kind of a strong and an important letter because it's based on more than just my experience with you. It's based on the committee, the 3 people on the committee looking at all of this information. So basically your official college transcript. So after the semester's over in June, you could have that sent. Test score if you have it. You'll be doing GRE for PT, I think.
Okay.
Your CV. Do you have a CV or a resume? I don't know if you're that far along.
I do have a resume, but like
Okay.
I haven't really added anything to it, so I probably have to update it.
Yeah, update that. We don't need it till the spring, but it's always good to keep looking at that and updating it. Because sometimes you do something that would look nice on a resume and you forget about it. That's me anyway. You know my memory already from what happened this morning. Let's see. And then these forms, these are just kind of legalistic kind of forms. Oh, one more thing is your personal statement. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
So basically it's typically about 3 paragraphs about who you are and why you want to be a physical therapist. Why do you think this profession's for you?
Okay.
And they like to see that just to weed out people who don't have the right motivation, like they're not really sure, but it sounded really good when they heard about it in high school. You know what I mean? So, and that's a thing that, you best off writing it now, looking at it again in a month and in a month and in a month, because you're going to kind of do an iterative process and get it better and better and better. And I'll look at that for you if you want. I'll look it over and send it to other people on the committee before it's finalized. So that's it. So you send that stuff to me by email and I'll start a file for you on my computer. And then hopefully if you've got everything together by May 15th next year, we'll write a letter then for you. But if not, later in the summer, when you do start to apply to physical therapy places, we'll write it then. Okay. So, I mean, with my med school people, I'm like, hurry up and get it done by May 15th because the system opens June 1st. But with you, you're a little bit later. So if you're a little late getting your stuff together, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
What else did I want to say? Oh, how about PT shadowing your experience? Have you had any of that?
Yes, I've had a little bit of it. My dad works at Northwestern Medical Center in St. Albans.
Okay.
And
oh, you're a Vermonter.
I'm actually in Champlain, but
oh, okay. Oh, so he goes across. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my mom works at Beekmantown High School, so it's kind of in between both jobs, I guess.
Oh,
but
I see. Yeah.
My dad, I traveled with him to work because I was a screener for COVID during the summer. So in the past summer, I was able to they asked me like what I want to do, and then they're like, "Oh, well, we can get you into shadow if you want to do some hours." I was like, "Well, yeah." So
yeah,
that was probably like maybe 2 days worth of just quick shadowing, but it really opened up my eyes and was like, "This is definitely what I want to do."
Great. That's great. So there's another thing you can do on campus, which is, where the hospital is, right? CVPH. Yes. So behind that is a place called Meadowbrook. It's a rehab facility. So they do a lot of PT there and OT as well. So I talked to them earlier this semester and they said because of COVID, they're still restricted, but they think by next semester, they should be able to take people in. So you can do it for credit through the university, or you can just go to them and get your hours by yourself.
Okay, because that's definitely looking into as well, getting more in this area as well.
Right. You might also, when you do go to a place like this, have your hours recorded by the person who's in charge and get it documented, because some PT programs will say you need to have at least 45 hours of shadowing documented. So, or something like that.
Okay. I had a question about like Clarkson. I know there's something with Clarkson and PT, but I understand it or how that works.
Right. Let me pull that up here. Physical therapy. So Clarkson's the only one we have any program with. So basically the Clarkson program is, we get one automatic interview for our students every year. So if you're interested in going to Clarkson, our best two PT students we give our name over to them and you get an interview, which is, it's a foot in the door, gets you a little bit closer.
Mhm.
Is that what it is? No, wait, let me read that again. It may be. No, we've got 2 places. So as long as you get through there, I forget exactly how it works. Oh, well, it's right here in front of you, Dr. Slish. Okay, so here's your PT prerequisites. What's your major?
Biomed.
Yes.
And I also took all of the calculus because this is something I'm really looking into doing. So I made sure I took that math
Okay,
course.
good. Yeah, and then also, have you seen this before, or should I go through it?
I've looked at it, and that's why I'm just like confused, like how everything works. But yes, I've made sure, like, because my advisor's Dr. Buckley, so I made sure like we're following this.
Right. So really, your biomed will get you almost everything except the math, which you saw already, and also, psych you'll take as a gen ed, hopefully, but you've got this other psych class to take. This is kind of weird too, healthcare, 2 classes relative to healthcare. So you can look through, the college catalog, or I'll help you if you want, and decide which of those to take. So anyway, if you've got those admission requirements, so you have to go through the PT cast like everybody else. The department will make an effort to contact applicants who are not complete. That's really notify. Okay, whatever. Oh, here's our experience requirement. See, 35 hours, 50. So there's your 50 hours you want to get. But yeah, I think I'm trying to remember exactly what the program is. I'll have to look up for the details again, but I think they've got 3 programs, PT, OT, and PA. For their PA, we've got 2 interview slots, but I think for their PT and OT classes, we've got seats reserved. So as long as you meet their qualifying numbers, they should let you in, although you still have to go through the PT cast.
Okay. And like, if I wanted to apply to more than one college, just to have like backup, like
Right.
is it like a common app for that?
Yeah. That's this PT cast.
Okay.
So yeah, you should definitely apply to like 4 or 5 programs at least. I don't think PT is as competitive as some of the other professions, but still, you want to spread your good name out there.
Do you know anything about like for like I know like for like undergrads, there's like in-state and out-of-state tuition. Does that still apply for like grad school?
If it's a SUNY school, yes. I mean, like SUNY Upstate, I think they have PT at SUNY Upstate in Syracuse. Then you would still kind of be on SUNY tuition, but there are a lot of private schools too, and they can charge whatever they can get away with, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm still looking at like UVM for Vermont because I know that's pretty good for PT, but I was just like, I don't know if that's something I want to do if like out-of-state tuition would be way more than sticking with the SUNY.
Well, when it comes to UVM, even in-state is kind of expensive. I don't know the numbers exactly, but I like to think that in-state for a semester is 17,000, out-of-state's like 24. So in-state tuition isn't that great anyway. But yeah, you'll have to look into the numbers on that. Okay. Besides, your dad makes a lot of money, doesn't he? He'll pay.
Yeah. But
don't tell him I said that.
Yeah, because I was thinking like I know a lot of people that work at that hospital. I asked them like where they went to college, and a majority said UVM. So that's why I just didn't know if that's.
That's a good way to find a good school too. When the people who you're working with, yeah. So yeah, I don't know how competitive they are in terms of applications, but throw them an application.
Okay.
Cast a wide net, as they say.
Oh, back onto Clarkson. I'm jumping all over the place, but I have so many questions written.
Okay.
In my high school years, I applied to Clarkson, and I did end up getting like a whole scholarship to go there, but I didn't because they wouldn't lower their price compared to SUNY.
Yeah, right.
Plus, obviously, I live closer anyway, so I can be off campus, and I just like Plattsburgh better at the moment. But does that have anything like? Will that help me possibly get into Clarkson even more?
I don't think so. Well, was it like a 7-year PT program or was it a 4-year undergraduate program?
I have to check, but I believe it was just for a 4-year undergraduate.
Yeah. I think they're kind of separate. Like their undergraduate school and their graduate school are separate. So
Okay.
yeah.
Just wanted to check on that. I was like, I don't know if that'll help, but
Yeah.
And then for physical therapy, is there like residency and like internships? How does that work? I know as like a doctor, you have like so
Yeah.
many of that.
That's a good question. I don't know. I think you should Google that one because I'm tempted to say no, but I'd be making that up. So I don't know.
Okay. Okay. And then if I was looking, because I'm also looking at a couple different schools, but one of the schools in mind is SUNY Buffalo.
Uh-huh.
Does that like does the tuition like be the same like that I have for SUNY Plattsburgh? Is that like cheaper than it would be for any other type of school?
Yeah, I really don't know.
Because
I
like
think
yeah,
I don't
so
think it's going to be the same as undergraduate tuition. It's probably going to be more, but I think it's still going to be cheaper than, Clarkson, which is a private school, I think still being a SUNY, they get some state support, so it's a little bit less expensive. But you'd have to look at the numbers. Again, I'm not really sure about that.
yeah, because at the moment UVM, Clarkson, and SUNY Buffalo are like the top three that
Okay,
I'm looking into.
good.
I might apply to more, see where it gets me, but I just didn't know if like staking with a SUNY school would be better for the
Yeah,
long.
yeah. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I think in terms of quality of schools, SUNY schools are really good, but the private schools are really good too. I think the quality is the same. So if you could get it cheaper, I would. Yeah.
Okay. And then the GRE, is that like
Mhm.
the test I'd have to take to get into the college, or is that the test I take like after I graduate and that's like my
Actually, when I said that, now I'm thinking about it, I may be wrong. Let's look at that again. So for Clarkson, this there may be a special. I think it's the GRE process. PT recommendation experience. Yeah, I think it is just the GRE. What's PCAS? PTCAS? That's the application service. PCAT. PCAT is pharmacy. Yeah, I think it's just GRE.
okay.
And which the
No, that
GRE
was
is
like
kind of like the SAT, it's just math and English sort of.
okay.
By that I
Because I
mean
know
it's
other
not
exams.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know that there's like other exams. I just didn't know if like that was like the one for physical therapy because I know there's like the MCAT. I don't know if that.
Yeah, MCAT is just for med school. And if you can live the rest of your life without taking the MCAT, you'll be very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the MCAT's the worst of all of them. It's like 7, 8 hours long.
Yeah.
And the other ones are like 2 or 3. So
Yeah. Don't really want to take that, but
no.
okay. So just to sum everything up, the best thing to do would be to start like getting like the curriculum and like the resume and make sure that's all set and then send that to you, and also look into making sure that I have 50 hours for shadowing, and then submit everything by May 15th of 2022.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
To me. And you can have people write letters of recommendation for you and have them email it directly to me, and I put that in your file.
Who would be like the best to get a letter of recommendation from?
It's good to get a mix of academic and professional. So academic, some teachers who know you, awful hard after last year when no one got to know anybody,
Exactly.
but someone who, like, rather than just someone who you got a grade in their class, but someone who, you stood out in their class and they got a sense of who you are, It's probably easiest in a lab class because then you really get to know people.
Right.
But that's what's best, because otherwise, I've had people ask me for letters of recommendation. I look them up. It's like, oh, okay, you got an A in my class, but recognize your name, kind of recognize your face, but I can't really say anything, So
Right.
that's the idea.
Would it be good to get one from a PT that like I shadowed?
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be golden. Yeah. But also academic, professional. So if you have a job somewhere, even if it's not in healthcare, a professional can speak to your work ethic and your, showing up on time and looking professional and all that kind of stuff,
Because I work at the Walgreens pharmacy here in Champlain, so that would
Awesome.
probably be good.
Yeah, get one from your supervisor there. And again, I say 3 letters of recommendation, but more is better. I wouldn't go more than 10. 10's a little excessive, but 5 is a good number,
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, because I was just like, while technically I don't feel like a junior, that's what I am in status, and like
Right.
I'm not ready, and I was like, I have very little time now.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because you must have transferred in with a lot, right? Started with a lot of AP credits.
Yeah,
right?
in college I did all of statistics, and then I did college English and all of college Spanish and government. So I have a whole bunch of college credits that just went right in, and they're like, oh yeah, you're a sophomore. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that is great. It's great because you're going to save a year of tuition, but still, I see what you mean. It's like you've been here for one COVID year, and now suddenly you're applying to PT school. You just got here.
I know. I was like, I'm 18. What the heck? Be like a doctor, and I'm going to be like 24. Like,
there was a show. There was a show back in the 80s called Doogie Howser. Did you ever hear of it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
A brilliant kid who was like, 15, and he's an MD. Yeah. Neil Patrick Harris. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Because like that's great to start my career out early, but also don't want to be in debt, forever.
Yeah,
so
right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you'll make a good living as a PT, but you're not going to be rich. So you don't want to get yourself in trouble right up front. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus I'm really thinking of staying local within New York State, even after I graduate. So that might be something to really look into.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you for your help.
Again, oh, sure. I'm sorry I was late. I think you seem pretty organized and everything. I think you're going to be a really good candidate.
Awesome. Thank you.
I've been recording this. Do you want me to put it up on YouTube for you, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll do that.
You could email it to me too. Either way is fine.
Okay, I'll see if it might be too big to email. If it is, I'll YouTube it, but I'll keep it private and I'll delete it when you're ready to delete it. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Nice talking to you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.